Welcome to Hey Dr. Sue. So people submit their sex questions to me anonymously, and once a week I post one question and one answer. Do you have a sex question you've always wanted answered? Go ahead and check out the description for information on how to submit it anonymously. This week's question is, Hey doc, I have irregular periods and my boyfriend fingered me a day after I finished my period and we're not sure if he had cum on his fingers. If he did, could I get pregnant? The short answer is it's possible, but really not probable. Women can only get pregnant when they're ovulating. For the vast majority of women, like 99% of them, ovulation is going to happen about 14 days before the start of her next cycle. So the timing of your period is not the issue here. It's really the timing of your next one. Not to get too far into the math, but if someone had a regular 30-day menstrual cycle, then she would be ovulating right around day 16. A lot of people think that if you're currently bleeding or just finished bleeding that you can't get pregnant, but that's not true. If you have a relatively short menstrual cycle, like 18 days, you're going to be ovulating on day 4. And on day 4, you may be actively bleeding or just recently finished. So it's not really about the fact that you just got done with your period. It's really a question about when is your next period, and that becomes difficult because you have irregular periods. Outside of timing, the other thing to keep in mind is the cum on his fingers. If you're unsure if there was any on his fingers, then I'm guessing it wasn't a lot. A little bit of cum on his fingers is not usually going to get you pregnant. And while the chances are low, I'm not willing to say they're 0%. So it's still possible. It's just not probable. If this was a situation where a condom broke, I would recommend emergency contraception. But that's a lot of hormones that some people don't really like putting in their body. And given that the chances are so low in this situation, I would really say it's up to you if you want to take it. Keep in mind that emergency contraception is not the abortion pill. For emergency contraception to work, you need to take it within 5 days of when you think you might have gotten pregnant, although the sooner the better. If you're not willing to take emergency contraception or it's too late to do so, I would usually tell you just to keep an eye on your next period. If it's delayed, then that might be a sign that you're pregnant. But because you have irregular periods, that's not something you can rely on. So I would tell you to keep an eye out for other early signs of pregnancy other than a missed period. A lot of people immediately think nausea and vomiting, which definitely can be signs. But so can food suddenly tasting weird or you having food cravings. The thing about the food tasting weird is that it could also be a sign of something other than pregnancy. If you start noticing that you're really tired, like way more tired than usual, and it's not getting any better, that could also be a sign of early pregnancy. Also, keep an eye on your boobs. If they start to feel really tender or sore, that can also be a sign of pregnancy. If you want to put your mind at ease, and it's been a couple of weeks since this happened, I would recommend taking a pregnancy test. My follow-up question for you is, do you know why you're getting irregular periods? Have you talked to your doctor about this? Well, having an irregular period can make it difficult for you to know when you're ovulating. It can also be a disturbance in your day-to-day life. So if you haven't already talked to your doctor about this, you might want to consider doing so. Until next time, be safe and have fun. Did you like that video? If so, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when new videos come out. Also check out the description to find out how to find me on Instagram, Medium, and Threads. And make sure to check the description for links where you can submit your own sex question.